Hi there. As promised, this is part two of using crystals on your meditation journey. In this video, we will discuss the myths of using crystals, how to program your crystals, and much more. Life brings change with each season. At times, we are barren with every part of us exposed. As we come into our own, we produce blossoms that symbolize our potential. When the time is right, our blooms open to give and to receive. When we have nothing else to offer, we shed our former glory and we begin where we started. This is the cycle of nature, and this is my story. Hello, YouTube family. This is Cherie, and thank you for joining me on part two of using crystals on your meditation journey. Please hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. If you haven't done so already, please check out part one of using crystals on your meditation journey. You will find a link in the description below. Let's jump in. So a lot has happened since I uploaded my last video. This week I have been sort of all over the place, and I want to share with you how I've used meditation to kind of reground and center myself. So back in the beginning of April, when there was an eclipse, I was invited to an online eclipse party and I attended. The host was a founder of a company involved with quantum technology. And as a thank you for all of the participants who attended the event, she sent us a couple of thank you gifts. Now, one of the thank you gifts was an exercise around addressing anxiety. Now, personally, I have never been a person who has identified themselves as experiencing anxiety. I've heard people talk about it. I know people have taken meds for it, but it was not something that I was really consciously aware of in my own life. So when I got the exercise, I thought, oh, wow, this is nice. And I just kind of set it off to the side because, again, it wasn't something that was pressing in my life. So this past week, the idea just popped in my head of doing that exercise. So I did. Now, after I completed that exercise, I wasn't quite prepared for what was going to happen next because lo and behold, there were several things that were lurking under the surface that was giving me anxiety that I was not consciously aware of. And it all sort of surfaced in a short amount of time and really kind of took me back on my heels. So much so that it took 2 or 3 days for me to get my feet back on the ground. Now, you know that I use meditation as a way to ground, to center, and to connect with the various parts of my being, specifically my inner child. Now, when I had done my meditation earlier in the week, my inner child had given me some assignments to complete. Now, mind you, none of those assignments included addressing anxiety. So, this is my first point. I could see where I get kind of taken off into various areas because I'm not listening to my inner guidance system. So, I did the exercise. I'm kind of in this kind of emotional tailspin and really having a difficult time doing the tasks that I needed to do this week. So, wanted to just share that with you is that when you're in your meditation and you're connecting with the various parts of your being, be mindful and listen to what it's telling you versus like the bright ideas I have in my head. So it's just reinforces the importance of really having a strong inner life, a strong connection with your inner guidance system, your inner child, checking in with yourself. Because I'm telling you, I was so unprepared for what was going to get churned up in that anxiety exercise. Now, do I need to probably address that at some point? Of course I do. It was very obvious in what it showed up, and it's not the appropriate time. And I imagine my inner child knew that, which is why it wasn't on my assignment for this week. So, word to the wise, use this as a cautionary tale. When you check in with your inner guidance system, follow what it says. With all of that said, I'm going to jump into today's video. I hope you found part one of using crystals on your meditation journey helpful. And now I'm going to talk about the myths around using crystals. Myth number one, it's all in my head. Working with crystals is designed to take you out of your head and allow you to be in sensation. Crystals don't require you to rationalize or explain. They provide you with the opportunity to experience. If you're worried it's all in your head, stop thinking and experience the sensations the crystals provide. You can rationalize later. Myth number two, if crystals can help, they can harm. Crystals vibrate with the energy that can entrain to your energy. Intention and mindset play big roles in this. If you expect crystals to harm you, that may wind up being your experience, but this is true of anything. Your beliefs always play a role in your outcomes and experience, regardless of whether you use crystals or take a placebo or medication. In general, if you approach the crystals with the intention of shifting vibration for your highest and greatest good, it is highly unlikely you will be hurt in any way. Myth number three, I have to be spiritual or new age to use crystals. To use crystals, you don't need to be new age, spiritual, or religious, nor do they go against any religion or spirituality. All you need is an open mind and the sincere desire for change that serves your highest and greatest good. Myth number four, I don't need to cleanse my crystals. Because crystals tend to absorb energy, it is important to cleanse them to clear away any unwanted energy. Myth number five, expensive crystals are more powerful. Quartz is one of the most common and inexpensive crystals, and it is also one of the most powerful. The amount of money you spend on a crystal really doesn't have anything to do with how effective it is. What matters is how a crystal affects your energy, and some of the least expensive crystals may be exactly what you need. It's really easy to make the beginner's mistake of wanting to know everything about crystals before you use them, and I encourage you to educate yourself, but not at the expense of the experience of crystals. Find a crystal that you are drawn to, hold it, wear it, and continue educating yourself as you experience the crystals. Now, as you begin your crystal collection, there are about 10 crystals that are considered workhorses, so consider adding them to your collection. Now, this is not a rule of thumb, and these crystals I'm about to mention cover a lot of bases. While all crystals have unique healing properties, some are more powerful and or versatile than others. The following 10 crystals are the true workhorses of any collection. Number 1, clear quartz. If you don't know which crystal to use, start with clear quartz. It works with every type of energy. 2, smoky quartz is the crystal that I use the most because it's a manifestation stone that converts negative energy to positive. Number 3, citrine. It promotes self-esteem and prosperity. These 3 crystals create a powerful collection that will help you as you work with many energetic issues. However, for more versatile crystals to fill out your collection, add the following. Number 4, rose quartz. Supports all types of love, including unconditional and romantic love. Number 5, amethyst. It helps you tune into intuition and guidance from higher realms, as well as the power of your dreams. Number 6, black tourmaline. It's a powerful and protective grounding stone that keeps negative energy at bay. Number 7, fluorite. It deepens intuition, promotes love, and facilitates clear communication. Number 8, carnelian. It helps you set appropriate boundaries, have integrity, and be creative. Number 9, hematite. Its protective, grounding, and centering properties can help attract energies you'd like in your life. Number 10, turquoise. It promotes luck, prosperity, and personal power. Please note that sellers have become clever over the years and trademark names for crystals. There is no difference between a brand name crystal and a generic crystal, so don't get fooled into paying more. This is where research and a reputable seller come into play. I know I visited multiple shops in my area to find reasonably priced crystals. So, how exactly can a crystal heal, and what type of healing can it do? In truth, crystals don't cause healing. Rather, they vibrate with energy your body entrains with or absorbs, and it is you who do the healing by drawing that energy in. Your body is the physical aspect of you. Crystals can help balance bodily energies and bring about physical changes. These might include things such as relieving headaches, low energy, and exhaustion, and similar body ailments. Your mind is both physical, brain and nervous system, and non-physical, emotions, dreams, and thoughts. The vibrations in crystals can help balance energies of the mind to bring about healing. Conditions that can be eased might include stress, emotional issues, insomnia, nightmares, anxiety, depression, grief, and lack of enthusiasm. Your spirit is the part of you that is purely non-physical. Crystals can assist in balancing spiritual energies such as beliefs, unconditional love, forgiveness, and compassion. They can also facilitate communication with your higher self or your soul or a higher power. Cleaning your crystals. Just as you can entrain to the energy of a crystal can entrain to the energies around it. So anytime someone handles a crystal or it changes location, or even if it's just sitting in an emotional environment of your home, the crystal's vibrational energies may change slightly. To counteract this effect, it's important to cleanse crystals regularly. Any method will work, although I prefer sage. In addition to that, if you look on the screen, there are several listed that I want to review with you. When you see your crystals starting to look a little dull and not as vibrant, return them to nature. Let your crystals bathe outside in light of the sun or the moon for at least 4 hours, especially with large crystals in your home. Although it can be a process, make sure that you place them outside to clear and recharge at least once a month. Using quartz or selenite. Pair your crystal with either selenite or quartz. Both of these crystals have the unique ability to cleanse, recharge, and purify the energy of other crystals without diminishing their own energy. Lay your crystals and tumbled stones on a piece of clear quartz or next to or touching selenite for 6 hours or more. I like to make it a practice with jewelry and crystals that I use daily to place them atop these clearing crystals before bed each night. Then, when you wake in the morning, they will be ready to work with you. When in doubt, smoke it out. Not only will burning sage and frankincense and Palo Santo make your home smell great, they'll have your crystals feeling great too. Immerse your crystals in the sacred smoke until it seems to come back to life. This is likely the best option for larger, harder to pick up crystals. Simply use your feather or your hand to wave the smoke over and around your crystals. Return to nature. We could all use an energetic reset in nature every now and then. To give your crystals that revitalizing pleasure, place it on the soil or even bury it within the earth for 12 hours or more. Lastly, sound. You can use a crystal singing bowl or brass singing bowl. Bring the singing bowl to ringing and then hold the crystals within the sound field. In the same way that you need a sense of direction in order to be the best you can be, so does your crystal. Crystals want to work for you, but you need to give them a job. Crystals are neutral. They don't judge situations as good or bad. They are simply amplifiers, and when they are not programmed, they can amplify things in your life that you don't want because they need to channel their energy in a specific direction. Giving your crystal a job allows you to set your intention for the work you will do together. It creates a certain synergy between you and your crystal ally. Get specific. For the crystal to help you bring your transformation to light, you have to be clear when you are programming your crystal. Steps for programming. Number 1. While in this space of love and light, ask that your crystal be cleared of all unwanted energy and any previous programming. Aloud or in your head, say, I ask that the highest vibration of love and light connect with my highest self to clear all unwanted energy and any previous programming. Step 2. Say, I command this crystal to hold the intention of, you finish the sentence, at 3 intentions for your crystal, energies you wish it to hold for you. Lastly, end your programming by saying thank you 3 times. By saying it 3 times, you emphasize that what you are asking for already exists in the universe. These are the do's and don'ts of using crystals on your meditation journey. There's lots of more information and uses for crystals, but this is enough to get you started. I really appreciate you taking time to watch this video, and I would love to hear from you, so please leave me a comment below. Until next time, take care.